Good morning, Boise. Hope everybody's doing well and has had a great week. I am Lauren McLean, and as you likely know or will know now, I am running for mayor of Boise. So, my team, along with me, have been out knocking doors for the last 6 weeks, thousands of doors throughout Boise. And unfortunately, we can't get to every porch, and I can't get to every porch or every door and talk with every voter as I'd like to. So we decided that on Friday mornings, we're going to do Front Porch Fridays, and I'm inviting you to my front porch. So I'll be here to answer questions that we are getting on the campaign trail. So please feel free to put questions in the comments here or send me an email, and I'll answer as I go. And I promise I'll answer tougher ones as we get going, but I thought I'd start with the basics today because I'm having people ask me where I came from and a little bit more about my story, how I got to Boise. So on that, where I came from. I was born in Boston, and when I was teeny tiny, moved to Houston, Texas with my parents, who were from Oklahoma and Pennsylvania. Like many American families, we moved all over. And I lived in Texas in a city of 3 million people until I was 16, or 2 months short of being 16. And then we moved to a village of 3,000 people in upstate New York. So from Houston to this tiny place called Cazenovia outside of Syracuse that's really cold and really quiet. So it was a shock. But it was a life-changing move because I met my husband, Scott. On my 16th birthday party, I had a party to meet people so I could get to know folks with a friend of mine who also had a similar birthday. And my husband, Scott, showed up. And a couple years later, we started dating, went to college, different places. I went to Notre Dame. He went to Rochester Institute of Technology. And we got married right after I graduated and lived in Rochester for a year. So Scott and I are not homegrown Boise, but we grew a family here because less than a year after we got married, we moved to Boise. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary on August 9th, 1998 by going to Romeo and Juliet at the Shakespeare Festival, the first season in their beautiful facility that we've all come to know as Shakespeare Fest. So anyway, that's a little bit about me and my background. I've got 3 siblings that live all over the place, parents that still live in little beautiful Cazenovia, and my husband's parents, Daryl and Rod, actually moved here to Boise 5 years ago, and he has family all over. We have 2 kids that are homegrown Boise. Madeline's now in college. She graduated from Boise High in 18, and Aiden will be a sophomore at Boise High this coming year. He's 15. So that's us. How did we get here? We got here, it was very much a surprise. Scott and I were looking for jobs after getting married, and he's a computer science guy. I thought I'd go to law school. We thought we were headed to Seattle and because we wanted to come west. And he got an interview. I didn't get an interview with Micron and then Hewlett Packard in Boise. So we said there was no way we were moving to Boise without us both seeing it. So we got out of Rochester in March and came and visited Boise. And while he was off interviewing, doing the hard work, I got a tour of the city and the neighborhoods and then threw on my running shoes and found my way into the foothills. And it was on that run that to this day I still remember. I still remember some of the houses that I ran by in the North End that I fell in love with this place. And he came back from his job interview. I got back from my run and just couldn't stop talking about what an amazing city we had found and how important it was to me that we make a home here. And so thank goodness he got a job offer from Hewlett Packard and we moved here July. So like 3-4 months later, July 3rd, 1998, we drove from Jackson over the pass into Idaho and arrived in Boise and built our home. It's been a long time. We've been so happy here, and it's such an honor now to be running for mayor of the city that we chose, in which to build our family and our lives, and that we love so deeply. So that's a little bit about me. Thanks so much to those of you who've listened, including my Jean Rasmussen. I see that you're on there. She's my mom's college roommate. We've got friends all over this country and all through this city, but really special to know that we've got folks rooting for us and know how special Boise is because of their visits here and the things that Scott and I have talked about. So thanks all for joining. Please leave questions or give me ideas for what I should talk about next time. We're getting lots of questions at the door, so that's where some of these will come from too. But I really look forward to sharing my porch with you on Friday mornings. Have a great weekend. Take care.